Key, Brother Nature, Key, CJ Battle, Conclave, Aqua Chef Condi, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, you're going to have the opportunity to own your own episode of these, podcasts. You can slow them down, you can get the recipes, Chef Candy's kicking, you can get the recon we're kicking. And as we talk about these sources, you know what I'm saying, we got all the, shout out to all the niggas in post-production that's putting up, all the books and sources as we talking and stuff. It take a lot of work to do that stuff.
That's a whole fact.
We want to make sure you get the sources. If we say something, say something. Pull up a book that they put up. It's going to disappear.
Let's say,
Prester
John let the source.
Okay. Prester John.
Prester John let the sources pop up.
Let go.
Shout out to the team that made it pop up.
Let's go, CJ Battle.
Making it do what it do. We appreciate that.
Go to the page. Go to the Dragons. Where the Dragons are being pulled like dogs.
The Cavern of Dragons.
Cavern of Dragons. Page 79. Go to page 7. You see page 79 just popped up.
Oh, that's how it works.
She said that's how it works. Todd think I'm crazy, but she like, man, I'm just coming along for the ride. Hey, shout out Todd Battle, man. This is her inspiration, Soul Bone Podcast. She been, just having the vision, man, for so long, and I'm always so late. If I went at Todd Battle speed, man, I'll be like 100 billion times better than I am. Shout out to the battles, man. Brother Nature's, man, is just so thorough. Very humble, man. Just, popping off, always giving great advice. Great leader. I'm surrounded by leaders, you know what I'm saying? We always, just feel the vibe, man. Whoever it's time to take the wheel, they taking the wheel, you know what I'm saying? And we get to our destination, man. But Brother Nature got that living well, man. Y'all been surfing the wave a long time with Brother Nature. Bringing great music, man. Look out for the, Great Ether Squad, man. Popping back off for the continuation of the fifth wave, man. Aqua Ties and Battle Time. And CJ Battle got his post-production. Shout out the whole team, man. This is just the beginning, man. I wanted y'all to know that we serious about this, man. And how dope is it when these books just pop up and you can just look and say, well, okay, they ain't bull crapping, right? I mean, these are receipts. We can just put the receipts up. I know it's not like, look, we ain't trying to be the most technical, most technological, yada, yada, yada. But with the stuff we're talking about, it's such high academia that to see the receipts pop up, as we are, going through our conversation, it's just real dope, man, because it's just right in your face. You got the sources. We never hid the sources. This is just our investigation. Some stuff you may have heard before, some stuff you'll never hear. But this is why we Drop Nation. And Aqua Todd Battle is the glue. Truly the source of so much inspiration, man, that HaWah has put, in our cipher, man. And the Wada Aqua Todd, we popping off. That's all I gotta say. Soul Bone Podcast, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we live with it.
So y'all read
our sources. Y'all know how we do
Go to
it.
the Drop Library. You can get there. We just put up the Soul Bone Podcast on Instagram at Soul Bone Podcast. Let's go.
Shout us out. Link in.
And just, hit that link up. Soul Bone Podcast. SOLBONE Podcast. That's where we're going to drop the exclusive clips and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put this out and we're going to raise money to build our land. You know what I'm saying? We're going to, drop the Soul Bone packs. Look out for the Soul Bone packs. Every season will be dropped on a flash drive. So you got the full drop. And any other goodies we want to put. This is Aqua, she's the record keeper, so we're probably going to have some real dope PDFs, some links, some books, some maps. Anything you want on the Soul Bone Pack, we could put on the Soul Bone Pack for the community. It's like our time capsule, our information, but with our music, with our poetry. Aqua Ty got the poetry. Shout out Aqua Ty, man. So that's the Soul Bone Pack. I mean, it's going to be jam-packed. Ain't nothing more jam-packed than the Soul Bone Pack. And proceeds will go back to building Joy World, our CUV, and all the land that we are, slowly but for sure acquiring, man. You know what I'm saying? Piece by piece, all throughout Nagarville, we building our land, man. So, hey, top of the soul bone. We up, man.
And you can go there, and the link is right to the Drop Library.
Let's go.
So whatever we talk about, we like go to the Drop Library.
Go to the library.
Shout out to the
Soul
Drop Library.
Podcast. You can link right to this.
Let's go.
Password is still
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get you in the door.
Let's go.
So we got people just thinking they hacked us. Like, man,
You ain't hacking us.
you guessed the code.
You didn't guess the code.
Always been.
Sneak your way to the library.
212.
Hey.
Shout out to Drop Nation.
Yeah.
Everybody that's been rocking with us for
CJ Battle.
almost a decade now. Halal HaWah.
And CJ just showed up with beautiful cameras. Look how clear these shots are, man. And equipment, microphones, the audio's dope. He got the microphone, dug into the land with the rocks around it. I mean, just original thought, Naga, CJ Battle. Go dig on all platforms, c.j.battle. Beautiful musician, artist, man. Just creator, man. And, he, really volunteered, man, his time, his equipment to make this possible, man. All the battles, man. They did this out their heart bone. This is their gift. This is their inspiration, man. I'm just grateful to be a part of it, to share it with y'all. And would you get a look at this fence, man? Would you look at this level fence, the longest, most level cedar wood fence in Utah, man. All right, so we got a lot to do on our land, but we wanted to start with our border, with our boundary. You've been supporting us, hitting up our GoFundMe to build our beautiful fence and eventually paint it blue, purple, red, white linen, gold thread. You dig? So, just imagine a blue, purple, red cedarwood fence surrounding an entire acre. It's an original thought for us. We're having a good time being, creators, and this originality, but it's all linked back to the priesthood, the garments of Aaron, M.H.O.E. I mean, the blue, purple, red tent of meeting, you know what I'm saying? The tabernacle flow. So, go dig on the tabernacle and why, these colors were always blue, purple, red, and why they separate the blue and the red. Where they combine them, they got the purple, which is your crown, the color of the crown chakra, the royal purple. Why do they separate it? Republican, Democrat, blood, crib, all that, right? So why they always separate the blue and the red, make it enemies? The psychological warfare. But we on our own land with our beautiful boundary, with our beautiful border, discussing, con business, man, and having a conversation for you, Drop Nation, and because of you, Drop Nation. And shout out Peculiar Joy and everyone who has put any time and energy into the building of Joy World, man, and our CUV, man. And just look out for us, man. We're moving at a giant's pace, man. Every step we take is a dragon step, a dragon flame, you know what I'm saying? And this just feels good, man. Y'all get the drop, man. I'm just enjoying, some beautiful waves, man. A lot of drop equal to wave, man. Drop Nation, you got the drop. I'm jumping right into this. A-hop to the con culture 24 on IG. I just dropped this. Instagram be, doing what they do to slow down the flow, but they can't, Now we can't post, videos past a minute and 30 seconds. So you got to do it in little reels. So I had to make this a 4-part thing when it could have just been a 9-minute situation, man. But it's all good, man. We still getting it out to the Nagas. This has to do with Antarctica. And I'm just going to, let this Eric Hecker speak on his role in the South Pole situation and these weapons that seem to be more targeted towards what they call eclectic vehicles or something like that. We're just talking dragons, man. A Lego.
I will start, since we have to be brief. I have already given all pertinent information and supporting documentation to the Senate Intelligence Committee and Arrow. They informed me that all of my information will be recorded for public record and shared with Congress. It is that important. In 2010, I was selected to go down to the South Pole Station in Antarctica for an entire year by Raytheon Polar Services as an employee of a third-party contractor for the National Science Foundation. I function in a dual-role capacity as a tradesman and a firefighter. My responsibilities required me to be more informed than most of my crew and offered me complete access to the facilities. What I learned from this unique experience needs to be shared with the entire world. The technology at the South Pole Station certainly can do what it is presented as its primary purposes, and unfortunately, much more. The Ice Cube neutrino detector is I will start, since we have to be brief. I have already given all pertinent...
I'm gonna let it roll again. This is like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we're going to really... everything they do to hijack us really helps us, and they don't even know it, man. Just the hijack never really sees clearly. The hijack only sees hijack. That's why you can never settle for seeing through the eyes or the lens of a hijack, because it's always going to be blurry. It's always going to be blurry or flipped or upside down, inside out, inverted. It's never going to be reality, man. Never going to be real. It's going to be just globular balls, outer space balls. You're looking through a telescope. Come on, man. Concave lenses. Your eyeballs are concave. A concave and a concave. It's just trickery, man. A bunch of fisheye lenses is Hijack City. So you got to be able to see with a dragonfly perspective. And a dragonfly is the only insect, my naga, that can see in panorama. 360 degrees. A dragonfly can see in all angles at all times. Go dig on it. And the etymology of dragon is to see clearly. And a dragonfly can see 360 degrees. So that's dope. They can see when they, are going the opposite direction. They still looking right at your face. So we say we got to have a dragonfly perspective on all this, man. Now, I'm going to play it like I just did. I'm going to play it again, and we're going to give a dragonfly perspective as we go. Let's go.
Pertinent information and supporting documentation to the Senate Intelligence Committee and ARROW. They informed me that all of my information will be recorded for public record and shared with Congress. It is that important. In 2010, I was selected to go down to the South Pole Station in Antarctica for an entire year by Raytheon Polar Services.
It works for Raytheon. Let's go.
As an employee of a third-party contractor for the National Science Foundation.
And Raytheon is Ra, right? Ra. But let go.
I function in a dual-role capacity as a tradesman and a firefighter. My responsibilities required me to be more informed than most of my crew and offered me complete access to
firefighter, fires, firefighter, fires everywhere. So what a firefighter got to do with fires that are spread all through New York and Canada and everywhere. It's just fires, fires, fires. What's a firefighter got to do with the South Pole?
To the facilities. What I learned from this unique experience needs to be shared with the entire world. The technology at the South Pole Station certainly can do what it is presented as its primary purposes, and unfortunately, much more. The Ice Cube neutrino detector is
neutrino detector. So whatever they want to detect has to do with neutrons. Let's go to part 2. Just keep that in mind. And remember, we talk quantum physics. A proton, a neutron, electron, a particle knows when it's being observed. When it's not being observed, it's the complete wave pattern forming. It's the entire wave of possibility. When it's being observed, it realizes it's being watched or measured, and it only chooses one probability or possibility. So when Hijack City has you observing through their lens, that act of observation, the particle knows is being observed. Thus, there's only one possibility for you, which is your downfall. Hijack City has you observing through the eyes of a hijack, the mind of a hijack, and thus that observation is causing one possibility, which is your hell. Right? HE double hockey sticks, you know what I'm saying? When you observe through the lens of HaWah, you observe the code, right? The commandments. Don't, not killing, not stealing, putting the Most High over everything. Easy stuff. A particle knows when it's being observed. Thus, it's still hitting one possibility or probability, but this possibility or probability is heaven, right? It's paradise. It's Baruch shall you be when you go out, Baruch shall you be when you come in, Baruch, 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 blessings on blessings, right? So you choose, you decide. We say choose up. You choose your heaven, you choose your hell. You would have never got invaded if you were choosing up. Period. This ain't no experiment. This is us being harlots and choosing the gods of Atlantis on American soil. Period, boss. You choose up, you get rid of them idols, you connect directly to your source, your energy, your your breath, your security. You are anchored and nothing can, push away your tent, blow you down. The minute you get in cold, things happen, man. You tribe up, right? You follow the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, the Aleph, the strong power. The Ba'ad enters the tent or the house or the floor plan. Then you start the Gam, which is to gather, like tribing up. You start to tribe up, you start to gather. Because the strong power entered your house, you start to gather. The fourth letter, the Dal or the Dalet, is the doorway, the portal, the entrance. You gather, you tribe up, you walk through a entrance, a portal, a gateway. The fifth letter is the breath. Inhale is feminine, exhale is masculine. The sixth letter is the Wah. They say when a dragon breathes fire, it sounds like Wah. So the fifth and the sixth letter is Wah. And in the Strong's Concordance, H1961, when they put in Lord in the Bible, they're putting HaWah. Sometimes they call Heya, which is originally HaWah. HaWah, the fifth and the sixth letter, you get it right away before your Zion or your seventh letter Zon, seventh day, Shabat, seventh letter, nourishment. Cutting off, right? Something has to be cut out. The matak, something is cutting like an axe, chopping away the hijack, forming a boundary. Now you got Nagas and Joy World. Just thinking about building a beautiful casual boundary to let all hijacks and anybody know we take our boundaries very serious. And this might just be a fence, but you see how important this fence is when it's blue, purple, red, white linen, gold thread going across an entire acre. You know these Nagas care about their boundary. As long as you know we care, then you got, no excuses. You knew these Nagas cared about their boundary. Dragons on the wall. That's all we saying. Dragons on the wall. Halal HaWah. That's just the Hebrew alphabet. I didn't create that. That's always been. That's the, origin of all these languages, man. We're talking frequency. Let's get part 2. My Naga.
The Ice-Cube neutrino detector is presented as a passive listening device for the purposes of the science as presented. But I'm going to skip right through the chase, folks.
Okay.
I have provided documentation that proves that the 5,160, what they call DOMs, that are embedded in the ice can actually transmit at 2,047 volts each. That gives us a long list of things to consider. It is effectively a multifaceted directed energy weapons platform that I will list rapidly a few things that it can do. Vehicle detection. We're learning that these off-world craft, on-world craft, ours or other nations, are also emitting neutrinos. So this makes the South Pole Station effectively an air traffic control station for this new level of equipment that nobody's discussing. In addition to the ability to detect neutrinos and the exotic vehicle, the Ice Cube neutrino detector is...
Wow. What is a neutrino? Well, as a matter of fact, let's play it again with a dragonfly perspective. Let's look up neutrinos. I'm just taking this real slow. Real slow. So you can't say I went too fast. What is a neutrino? I mean, what's a neutron? What's a proton? I mean, what are these titles and labels they putting on it? And shout out to my Naga Gerald World. I'll hit him up, man. He said that's how you start a wild... Oh, never mind. You did already. He said these things are embedded in the ice. So you don't see nothing, boss. It's in the ice. Let's go.
Is presented as a passive listening device for the purposes of the science as presented.
You say passive listening device? And it's all about whatever this emission of neutrinos is from these vehicles. Now, they've painted a duality. You know, Thoth loves duality. When I say, you know, eclectic, whatever they use, eclectic ships or whatever, outer worldly, or let's just say unidentified flying object. You're thinking UFOs. You're thinking flying saucer. This is the programming. I'm thinking dragons. They're thinking flying saucers. Not that flying saucers don't exist, but they've already inceptionalized. They've go see the movie Inception. They've planted this object in layers and layers of subconscious so that when they say this stuff, you think alien invasion instead of dracons popping off. You think, oh, run from the aliens. I'm afraid of the aliens. Because Hijack projects their fear of Nagas from lands beyond the poles. This is all about the worlds beyond the poles. Hey, man, if I'm a DOG Nini, worlds beyond the pole, go get it in the drop library. Type Battle just told you this. They're doing, Navy-based expeditions in the 20s and 30s, U.S. Navy, all this, finding land thousands of miles past the so-called North Pole or South Pole point. It just keeps going, boss. This earth is too big to be a ball. And if it's a ball, then it's a ball that's 100,000 times bigger than they ever could imagine, which means they ain't leaving it, they ain't going nowhere. Everything, that's why they never gave you a real picture of the earth. Facts. Go Google Earth and you'll never see a real picture. Ever. Only these fisheye lenses and paintings and graphic arts, man. Why don't these people in 2023 show you an actual picture of the earth? A real picture of the earth you're living on? Do you have cognitive dissonance that you dismiss this question? Well, they're cool. Then you find yourself defending your enemy. Your oppressor has given you an image. What are these people guarding? We're going to look up the Antarctic Treaty. After this, we're going to look up neutrinos, man. We up, man. And think about the CERN collider, by the way. Think about these CERN colliders. Because they are colliding particles. They say looking for the God particle. What are they tracking? What type of vehicle? And listen with a dragonfly perspective, my not.
But I'm going to skip right through the chase, folks. I provided documentation that proves that the 5,160, what they call DOMs, that are embedded in the ice can actually transmit at 2,047 volts each. That gives us a long list of things to consider. It is effectively a multifaceted directed energy weapons platform that I will list rapidly a few things.
Directed energy weapons, right? Do we? It's funny because David is also Dewey. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. David is also, spelled D-E-W-I, Deweys. And the Vitas are also the Deweys, man. The Deweys are the Dawoos. You dig? V's to W's. W's to V's. Or Y, sometimes Y, right? Deweys, and this thing's called the Dew. It's almost like they looking for Prester John with a direct energy weapon. They know somebody gonna say these niggas. They know their time is up. They got lasers and everything to try to take down HaWah's dragons.
That it can do. Vehicle detection. We're learning that these off-world craft, on-world craft, ours or other nations, are also emitting neutrinos.
Vehicle detection. Vehicle is not necessarily a flying saucer. Get that out your head, Bone. Your dragons are real. They've protected you since the beginning. This movie's about them being freaked out and afraid of these dragons, and they try to put that fear on you. They make a religion, and they make one bad dragon in Revelation, and now subconsciously you think dragons are devils, because devil means adversary. And who's the dragon the adversary of? It depends on the dragon. There's good angels and there's bad angels. There's good dragons and bad dragons. Some dragons choose up, some dragons choose down. Some angels choose up, some angels choose down. Some Nagas choose up, some Nagas choose down. Depends on the dragon. It depends on the intention you put on the crystal. A crystal is neutral until you put your intention on it. You want to do good, you got a good vibration, you want to, charm it with whatever spells and incantations, and you put negative on that quartz, then that's what it's going to be for you. The crystal is neutral, like the earth, in a sense, not that mama wants to be hijacked, but they can use the earth or the platonic solid of the cube, right? The cube represents the earth in platonic solids. But now we're just talking platonic solids. Hey, hop to the Templar. Go dig on Irvin Reed. Go dig on the Templar. All right, what we say? Neutrinos. Let's go. And by the way, fair use in your caboose, Paul. We ain't on no play. We're just doing some teaching, some criticism, some comments, some reporting, and a little bit of recon. Okay. Neutrino. Let's see if I can spell neutrino. Yeah, let's look at the definition. Yeah. Who knew we'll be talking about neutrinos? But Drop Talk Neutrino. Drop Talk Neutrino very well. Let's go, man. This is great. Oh, my goodness. I'm out of here. Wow. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, boss. Damn, I need some more. Hey, I'm on a warpath, man. Hold up, man. You see it, man. My naga, you see it, man. That's all I gotta say. Can I get some drums, my naga? Can I get some drums for the nagas in the back of the class? For the nagas in the back of the class. For the nagas, for the nagas. In the back of the class. For my nagas in the back of the class. Woo! We talking X-Men. This is the Prester. Let's go. All right. Now that I got my war drums, guess I could better put my boots on. Top Bat already got her boots walking. If you in that drop chatter. I want to say shalom to all the cons. This is a body bag for the illusion. Brought to you by HaWah. Let's go. I guess it's that point where all the information starts to converge. and there's nowhere left to hide or run. In simple terms. In simple terms. All right. Just having a little victory lap. Okay. A neutral subatomic particle with a mass close to zero and half integral spin, rarely reacting with normal matter. These kinds of neutrinos are known associated with the electron, the muon. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't we say it all the time? He said, man, I'm not a Moor. I'm a muon, right? All right. Is you from Mu? And who's Tau, right? Cities of gold. It's all about Tau. We know Tau. Hey, can I get a hey, y'all got a Hebrew paleo picto chart for it now? When I need it? Come on, man. Be fair to it now. Can I get a Hebrew paleo picto chart? I ain't gonna be long-winded, I promise. I'm just talking about Tau, right? Halal HaWah. The mark, the sign, the signal, the monument. They're talking Tau. So we're talking Tau. You think this is a different Tau? It's not a different Tau. This marks the spot, right? You think they wouldn't? You think they're not trying to mark the spot when they're looking for the God particle? You don't think they're trying to look for the sign? You don't think that God particle has anything to do with the signal? The mark? Ooh, wee. They're talking Tau. So I'm talking Tau. Cross sticks. Ezekiel 37. 2 cross sticks for the northern and southern kingdom, right? The tribes coming back together again. The whole purpose of the Tanakh is to show HaWah's mercy and your choosing up, keeping the code, getting out of timeout. Finally, you stop playing a harlot. Finally, you stop being stiff-necked. You return. That is the monument. That is the signal. Signal of what? For your redemption, your revolution. Oh, yeah. The signal for the rebirth, which is the mark, which is the Tau. They gave you a different Tau in Christianity. They put Jesus on your Tau. Well, I'll be damned. I mean, I won't be damned. You know, Zeus, it's all about damnation. Yeah, man. We are not damned. We are in the covenant. Because the mark represents the covenant. The Makir is the Amari, which is the Amarika, the Amarik. This Tau is the same Tau. And ain't Tau in the city of gold from Mu? Right? The Heva people of Mu. Tau is a muon, is an electron. All right. I mean, that's just what I got so far. That's the start of us learning about neutrinos, man. And just remember, in quantum physics, particles are being observed, right? So the particle, the neutrino, knows when it's being watched. So it chooses one possibility. Just keep that in your mind bone. Maybe we'll do a quantum physics dismount. All right, so let's go. Con.
So this makes the South Pole Station effectively an air traffic control station.
Air traffic control for who? For Tau. For the mark, the sign, the signal. For the dragon, which is the cross. The dragon is the cross. The dragon. This cross is a dragon. This cross is, you see, the wings, the head, the tail. The cross is the dragon. They over there tracking dragons. They're tracking the Tau. Yeah, the Tau particle. They say an unstable subatomic particle. 19 star in the constellation, Tau Ceti. Yeah, huh? Yeah, we on your ass, man. An unstable subatomic particle, yeah. But this dragon's very unstable, man. With a charge of -1 and a mass roughly 3,500 times that of an electron. Damn. They ain't just looking for any dragon. They're looking for the big dragon, right? 3,500 times bigger than an electron. I know they talking particles, but so am I. So are we when we talk dragon. Ooh. I'm just playing, man. I'm not even reconning right now. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know me. Y'all know, I'm just over here just, shooting some open shots, man. I ain't really even got my basketball shoes on. I'm over here with Crocs on my feet, man. I got my fuzzy slippers on, man. I got my MHOE slider threes, man. Look out for us, man. I got my MHOEs on. In ancient times, Tau was used as a symbol for life or resurrection. Didn't I just say the dragon is the Tau? Now they made their Christ the sign of resurrection or the Tau. You see how subliminal this shit is? Watch this. I'm not even going to go into JC because you already know he's supposed to be some resurrection situation. You already know that. That's been so implemented into your mind, so deep inception. I don't even have to even deal with that. You already connect JC to resurrection, right? To the cross, right? Or the Tau. I ain't even got to deal with that, right? They got a cross, but you got an ancient cross. Your cross predates their cross. Your cross means the mark. That's the two intersecting lines. When the lines come together, they're called ley lines. They're called dragon lines. I think this is play, man. Dragon lines, ley lines. Stop playing. We're talking energy, which means we're talking electrons. We're still talking particles, huh? Energy lines. Mystical, invisible. They just said unstable particles. Okay. I see y'all. Yeah, okay. Ley lines also called dragon's tracks. Come on, man. I'm out of here, boss. Are lines of energy aspected to yang or yin that crisscross, right? I'm not even going deep. I'm not even clicking on these links. Crisscross, right? Will make you jump. The miggity mac daddy make it. The miggity mac is the Makir. I'm out of here. The Mac is the Makir, is the mark. The mark is the Mac. Damn. The mark is the Mac. You know my grandmama's name? Her nickname is Mac. Hey, rest in power, Bernie Mac. And rest in power, Feather Mac, one of the indigenous chieftains of the Picts, man. Talk about it, we still got the Pig series coming. Hey, most patient Naga of all time is Akbar Taibes, huh? Hey, what I tell you? The strong power enters the family, the house. You start to gather, you walk, tribe up, we say. You move to a what? To an entrance, to a door. Your feet march through a door, through a portal, right? Through an entrance, a vortex together, because you gather, because in your family, that strong, that leader, that power, what's the name? HaWah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. This ain't no variation. This ain't no translation. This ain't no transliteration. I am reading the Aleph Bet. How do you write HaWah? HaWah. HaWah, HaWah. It's so easy a child can do it. HaWah's not trying to be complicated with you. HaWah knows we got to dodge all these hijacks. We don't got to study Hebrew for 50 years to figure out the name. You got to walk through the door. You got to walk through the door to get the name. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. You got to walk through the portal. You got to walk through the entrance. Why put a Yah in front? I don't see no Yah going in front. And by the time you get to the Yad, you're talking about worship. That's not the name. That's what you do. But the Yad can be applied to work, throw, hand. This is not the name of the creator. Yad is not the name of the creator. You get the name before you walk, right when you walk through the door. Before you get your food, you get the name. Before you get cut off, you get the name. Before you get nourished, you get the name. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. They say, hey, we say, ah. Why do we say, ah? Because we talk in breath, my naga. Ah. Which is a revelation, my naga. Ah. Which gives you that look, my naga. Ah. You see how they say sound? Sound? A-H? Ah. So we could say HaWah, but most appropriately, I would say, ah, wow, like a breath, man. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. A dragon to breathe fire gotta breathe, right? A dragon has to take a breath. They say man with arms raised. No, that's your mama. Because in Proverbs chapter 4, mama is telling you, I'm over there at the entry of the gates. As these Nagas is walking through the gates, I'm yelling, you fools, you must be thoughtless. Be of a good heart. Wakey, wakey, man. Wake your butt up. Let me give you some revelation. Let me give you a look. Let me give you some. They say, hey. We say, HaWah, like Hawaii. So many lands are named after Hawaii. Ki, Hawaii. Joshua, right? They say Yeshua is Wah. Wah. Yeah. And to make it clear, I'm all about the Yah when it has to do with the Yad. You know, I'm not against the Yad or names that have to have a YA. You know what I'm saying? Just know that YA shouldn't be placed as the name of the creator, as the name of Hawaii is not Yah. But if you're using that to express the worship of the creator, that's why so many Hebrew names have the Yah, because they're expressing worship of Hawaii, worship or dedication, or the work they putting in, or the hand that is helping them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you need that before you can, understand what you should be allowing and what you should be taming. And a lot of times it has to do with your own dragon. Who you should be teaching and who you should be learning from. The yoke that's on your neck, the yoke you putting on yourself, the authority that is MHOE. Let's go. And what's binding you? Then you got that ma'am sauce, that water. And mama said, I'll come at you crooked first to make sure you're KTC in the wisdom of Solomon. So sometimes that water might feel like chaos. But be mighty, my noggin. It's in your blood. It's who you are. It's in your seed. And that's why con can continue, man. But now, we just talking Dawi. But before all that, 7th letter, 7th day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Zion is Zion. Zion. A-hop to the Marley. That's your nourishment. That's your food. You get your you get your breath, your security before you get your food, your nourishment, and have your cut off day. If the name of your creator ain't right here before you cut things off, then where is it going to be? You're going to wait to the yard? Now you know how to worship. Now you know how to worship. Now they changed the wahs to yahs. They changed the wahs to vavs, right? They put the V there. So people put the vav on it because they speak in Yiddish and they're more comfortable with that. They say, hey, yah, because they're speaking Yiddish and they're more comfortable with hey, yah, instead of wow. Yeah, but we all walking through that door. We gathering. We tribing up. Our house, our tribe, led by the strong power, which is HaWah. But all that to get to the town, and they're following the towel to get to the mark, right? And the towel represents life or resurrection. Okay. Whereas the 8th letter of the Greek alphabet, theta, was considered the symbol of death. Okay. Because their hijack is also the symbol of death. But our towel is the symbol of life. 2 lines intersect. A ley line is a dragon line, or dragon's tracks. Crisscross. The crisscross is the dragon or the towel. The dragon or the towel is life, as a symbol of life. Where we heard that before? I'm just taking it all in, man. About to get some great tea, you know. The alchemical serpent, which is really what they're representing through their AI, something that is impersonal, right? Unconscious, bursting into consciousness, like what they call technological singularity, artificial, right? Intelligent. But that's not the first. I think they are also unconscious. They are the original. They're the real AI. What they're calling AI might not be so artificial. And we'll get on that some more. But through their magic, their CONIUNCIO, this is alchemy, okay? We talk quantum, we talk alchemy, we talk neutrinos around here, man. All right? Quantum, alchemy, and neutrinos, man. CONIUNCIO, the bringing together of opposites occurs. The serpent is frequently part of the symbolism. The serpent is not the dragon. The serpent is the snake. Because there's a dragon. There's already an alchemical dragon. There's already an alchemical dragon. So the serpent can't be the dragon. If we're talking alchemy, we're talking energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you break that down to the simplest of components, there's a difference between a serpent and the alchemical dragon, which does what? Is it unpersonal? No, they call it mysterious. Unstable, they call this neutrino, right? Unstable. Mysterious. Of unknown origin. This unknown origin makes it seem unstable. What they say, quicksilver. Okay. They're just throwing terms out here. The living spirit can be extracted. Living spirit seems like we're talking about life or resurrection. But I just said the Tao is the dragon. And the Tao is the cross. Right? Okay. And we're just talking crisscross. And these energy lines crisscrossing, yin yang, energy, electrons, neutrons, neutrinos, crisscross is the Tao, which stands for life or living spirit when we talk alchemy and alchemical dragons. So the dragon represents life. The serpent brings everything to life, but also kills everything, boss. The serpent brings everything to life, but also kills everything, boss. I just told you, man, Tao from the city of gold is from M.H.O.E, man. God. Okay, hold up. So when they say unstable, where they put that M.H.O.E at? Okay. Neutrino. We got into Tau. All right, neutrino. All right. They said associated with the electron, muon, and tau particle. And they can go into tau SETI all they want to. I'm just showing you different views with the dragonfly perspective. We still talking about these neutrinos coming out of Antarctica bases and stuff. All right. I'm just popping off. Right. It's all happening, both. Right. So HaWah, we're talking HaWah all the way to the Tau, which is the cross, right? Which is the cross sticks, crisscrossing, dragon lines, ley lines, They're telling you they're looking for neutrinos, subatomic particles. We connected with quantum, but in simple terms, we're just connecting electrons, right? Your energy, right? Energy lines, dragon lines, with the muon, and Tau. And these cartoons aren't just cartoons because you know Esteban's Azamori is a real person, right? Black Steven, what they call him, right? You know, this black man, they say was the first non-American, whatever, to enter into Arizona and these Zuni Cibola complexes and all that stuff. And he brought these Spanish invaders with him that were also melanated. He was leading the charge in the invasion against the indigenous Nagas, and he looked just like you. They called him Esteban the Moor because he was born in Morocco. And he's joining the Spaniards, right? This Esteban Zamora, the Moor, joins the Spaniards, who are also swarthy, in their search for the 7 cities of gold in the new world to them, right? Hijacks. And these Spaniards are led by this black ass King Charles, and we know about this black ass King Charles. Upon meeting a friend of his father in China, where's China? Where's Asia? Asia Major, India Superior. Esteban is revealed to be a descendant of the Atlantis, right? Atlanteans. The ancient enemy of the Mu or Hiva or HaWah Empire. Because these consonants are interchangeable. And one letter rule, Horace Butler told us, man, we could switch these letters, but we don't need to do that, Horace, because they already did it for us. Because somehow they went from the HaWah, they went from the Wah, W-A-W, to V-A-V. So how did they get to Hiva? I'll wait. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah. Oh, yeah. I got a little deep on a knock. Y'all thought we was just looking at Instagram posts, man. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be lazy today? No way. Nah, man. We talking Mu? We talking Mua? We talking Tao? Or are we talking Tao, right? Tao. They spell it T-A-U, T-A-O, or T-A-W. Say it with me, boss. T-A-U, T-A-O, T-A-W. Hey, if you with me, you still surfing the wave, you getting this drop, you want to show me that, you know, you are literally in the classroom popping off right now at the second, because we like an hour in, a lot of knockers fall off around the 5 to 7 minute mark. They say you ain't got no attention span. But if you right here surfing the wave, I want to know. Do me a solid. In the comment section, put Tao Tao Tao. Put T-A-U, T-A-O, T-A-W. Man, that's your drop homework for the night, for the day. T-A-U, T-A-O, T-A-W. If I see a T-A-U, T-A-O, T-A-W, I know you surfing the wave, man. And you got the drop, man. Halal HaWah. So which towel we using, man? Which crisscrossing lines, which dragon lines we gonna use? We just talking about the crisscross. Right? The dragon's tracks. Ooh. And the dragon in alchemy is not the serpent, which is killing everything. The serpent is killing everything. Yeah. The dragon is where the living spirit can be extracted. They say it's the vessel in which the spirit is contained. That ruach. So it's not saying that your ruach is the dragon necessarily, but the vessel in which your ruach is contained is the dragon. We're talking energy, frequency, vibration. And when I say dragon, I'm not just saying some reptile. I'm saying, you know, the dragon is water, right? Because it represents water. It represents water, power, right? Dragon. It's deep. But this vessel does symbolize life or living. Just like Tao from Mu, right? $35 times that of the electron. They got all kind of Taos that we got to look into. The Tau particles, very interesting. But in ancient times, the Tao, we talking ancient when we talk Picto-Paleo, the Tao represents what? The sign of what? Life, man. Your continuance, that you are hitting the checkpoints. It's not just one cross. All these are crosses. How many crosses, Ranaga? How many crosses do you see right now? Oh, wait. How many crosses do you see right now? Don't just look for the tile at the bottom of the page. There's tiles all over the page. How many crosses, how many crisscrossing lines do you see? How many intersecting lines do you see? How many dragon tracks, right? Yin yang balancing of energy. We're just talking electrons, neutrinos, tau, a symbol, a symbol, a symbol, tau, a symbol or a sign or a signal. Come on, boss. Come on, boss. They talking tau. I'm talking tau. We talking tau. You can't say tau is a symbol and you're talking neutrons and neutrinos. You can't say tau is a symbol and you're talking ancient times without talking about the Hebrew. HaWah. Hebrew. Because the ancient symbol is Hebrew. Mark, sign, signal. You know what I mean? So if you're talking a symbol or a sign or a signal, you are speaking Hebrew, Tau. You're not speaking neutrino energy, Greek Tau. You're speaking Hebrew Tau. Because last time that I checked, the Greek came after the Hebrew. You got the modern Yiddish before you get to the Greek and the Latin and the English, Spanish, whatever you want to talk, man. But you got it from the Hebrew. And they turned it into the Tav. They took the W, turned it into the V again. Just like they did the Y. And now you got the letter T, and you don't know that that's really where X marks the spot. Because we're just talking tile. The sign. The symbol for life. These energy lines are where life really be popping off at, man, right? Where the living spirit can be extracted. The vessel which the spirit is contained. I love it, man. We're talking spirit, we're talking soul, we're talking all things. That's the dragon. And the dragon is not the serpent. So when they put serpent in the Bible, are they speaking of a snake or a dog-headed man? But they can't be talking dragon and serpent in the same sentence, man. Because that's two different energies. One is killing everything, and one represents life. The vessel. Life, man. Life, man. All right, we're just talking Tao from Mu. T-O-T-A-O, T-O-U. Or T-A-W. From the sunken empire of Mu. And they over here talking to us about muons. We talking neutrinos, and they're talking muons. And Tau is from Mu. Hashtag make it make sense, balls. We talking Tau. Wow. Wow. If you made it this far, put wow in the comments, man. Towel. Wow, man, let's go, man. I'm having too much fun. Sorry, y'all. Drop just popping off. I'm just popping off.
For this new level of equipment that nobody's discussing.
Mm.
In addition to the ability to detect neutrinos and the exotic vehicles, the Ice Cube Neutrino Detector is presented as a passive listening device for the purposes of the science as presented. But I'm going to skip right through the chase, folks. I have provided documentation that proves that the 5,160, what they call DOMs, that are embedded in the ice can actually transmit at 2,047 volts each. That gives us a long list of things to consider. It is effectively a multifaceted directed energy weapons platform that I will list rapidly a few things that it can do. Vehicle detection. We're learning that these off-world craft, on-world craft, ours or other nations, are also emitting neutrinos. So this makes the South Pole Station...
And neutrinos, again, neutrinos. What they call these particles. Subatomic. They say have a mass close to zero, so we're talking light, we're talking frequency. Dragons don't have to just move in a heavy form. They can move in a form of energy, so they look like meteors, right? Half spin, half integral spin. Okay. Rarely reacting with normal matter, so they typically on their own ether. They in the ether, they don't really react with normal matter. Sound like an angel or something, right? 3 kinds of neutrinos associated with the electron, right? So these angels or these dragons, you have a few different types. Some are like electrons, some are what they call muons, and some are the tau particles. Are they searching for the tau particle, the mu particle, or the straight up electric Naga dragon just popping off, man? When they talk muon, they keep calling these particles unstable, right? Which reminds me of when they say this dragon represents philosophical quicksilver, unlike ordinary mercury. It's unlike anything they know. It is mysterious. That's another way of saying unstable. We can't stabilize this frequency. It is unknown. Its origin is unknown, but we know it represents life. We know it's the vessel where the living spirit is contained. God. Dragon lines. Mu and muons. Subatomic particle, the same class as an electron of lepton, but with a mass around 200 times greater. So I think the tau particle is like 3,500 times. This one's about 200 times. Muons make up much of the cosmic radiation reaching the Earth's surface. And ain't they afraid of cosmic radiation? Don't was Zechariah 12 talking about these Nagas lighting up like sparks, going to and fro, just taking out everything? They afraid of this cosmic HaWah radiation. They afraid of the muon. Copper colored con, you are the conductor. You got conductivity, man. You better choose up with your conduct. Where a con could be a con, we can have a conversation. Con. We gotta be in control. Con means priest. Are you an American or an Amaru Khan? Con. The con to them is unstable because they can't control us. Only when we're in the spell that our Creator put us in. They think they big and bad. Our Creator brought us this low. And now our Creator got us on coon. Now we on the rise. They want to attach. They want to cleave to us. They want to be up with us, but they didn't want to be down with us. They want to smile with us, but they didn't want to frown with us. Unstable. 200 times greater than the other dragons. Muons make up much of this frequency hitting the earth plane. We talking Mu, right? Sunken Empire of Mu. That's where Tau is from, right? Tau. The Tau particle. Let's go. Let's get to part 2 of the drop, man. Let's get to part 2. Or that's part 2. Let's get to part 3 of the drop. Let me refresh. Hey, I have all the cons surfing the wave, man. At 432 the drop. Whether you're on IG or YT. Halal HaWah, man. We appreciate you, man. All right. Part 3. Let's go.
Neutrinos. So this makes the South Pole Station effectively an air traffic control station for this new level of equipment that nobody's discussing. In addition to the ability to detect neutrinos and the exotic vehicles, I provide a documentation that shows that this is also a system for faster than light communications. In the past, Gary McKinnon has hacked NASA, found the off-world fleet, the list of captains, and it's apparent that if we have faster than light vehicles moving throughout the system, we're going to need faster than light communications.
Whoa.
This is that facility. Unfortunately, I have other bad news. The season that I was there, 2010 to 2011, we converted from construction to operations and maintenance in both the elevated station and the detector array. Unfortunately, when they first fired it up, that was when we had the earthquakes are also emitting neutrinos. So this makes the South Pole Station effectively an air traffic control station for this new level of equipment that nobody's discussing.
Equipment to track Tau, to track the mark, to track the dragon. Listen to this with a dragonfly perspective.
In addition to the ability to detect neutrinos and the exotic vehicles, I provide a document.
Exotic vehicles? I said eclectic vehicles earlier. That's even crazier. Exotic vehicles. They ain't even saying UFOs no more. If they would have said UFOs, they would say UFOs. They said exotic vehicles. Let's go.
Documentation that shows that this is also a system for faster than light communication.
Because these dragons are moving faster than light. We're talking neutrinos, my nigga. Tau particles. Was there hadron collider over there colliding particles, looking for the God particle? Why? So that they can see what is so mysterious about you. Now we talking about the gold, right? Right? We talking about the mysterious city gold. It's more than just about something outside of you. It's about the dragon. Everything's mysterious. Prester John's mysterious. Atlantis is mysterious. All this is mysterious. This hijack. These particles are mysterious. Quantum is mysterious. The dragon is mysterious. Cities of gold are mysterious. Mysterious. Your melanin is worth more than gold. Your melanin, your dragon, is worth more than gold. Look at the avatar, the second one. They're over there extracting the oil from the dragon they just slain, what they call this big old sea creature, takus or something, tacos, takans. You know what I mean? And then they take the oil out of his pine cone, his third eye, his pineal gland. And they say this oil is worth $85 million in that little jar. You are worth more than gold. So when they're talking mysterious, mystery, cities of gold and Esteban, and they start mentioning the mark, the sign, the Tau, they're talking melanated Nagas. Because Esteban is a Moor, and so is Tau. But Moor means great. And he's just not a Moor, he's a Mua, right? He's a Mua, this Tau. He's a Mua, right? He's a Mua. This is amazing. A-Hop to the Ak Culture 24 on IG.
In the past, Gary McKinnon has hacked NASA, found the off-world fleet, the list of captains, and it's apparent that if we have faster-than-light vehicles moving
off-world fleet and list of captains. This gets interesting.
throughout the system, we're going to need faster-than-light communications. This is that facility.
This is where they track the dragons, my niggas.
Unfortunately, I have other bad news.
Talk on it.
The season that I was there, 2010 to 2011, we converted from construction to operations and maintenance.
So first they constructed, now it's operational. They're really tracking these dragons. They call them meteors, but they never show the crash landing sites because these niggas ain't crashed. These niggas over there doing what it do.
Maintenance in both the elevated station and the detector array. Unfortunately, when they first fired it up, that was when we had the earthquakes, or also
earthquakes. Let's talk earthquakes for the dismount. Let's talk earthquakes for the dismount. Told you it's getting good.
That was when we had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. There were 2 incidental shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake-generating device as well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now, and what Raytheon's hiding.
Ooh.
There's an ELF system at the South Pole Station that when I arrived, I was told it was off, dismantled, and completely defunct. In my work, I will rapidly just tell you, I had to figure out the circuitry for certain other repairs, and I found that this system is in fact completely energized, up and running, and being utilized. That was when we had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. There's 2 incidental.
So whether we're talking fires, whether we're talking earthquakes, whether we're talking whatever natural disasters they're saying, it has to do with dragons. I mean, even the fall of Atlantis had to do with Leviathan sinking Atlantis. The dragons pretty much are going to take out the land like Sodom and Gomorrah. Whenever there's a land complete destruction, it has to do with dragons, ley lines, energy lines, whatever you want to call it. It's all the dragon, man. Dragons everywhere. Shout out to Spirit Man 33. WTF going on, so who controlling it? I mean, look, man, I'm not over here to tell you who's controlling anything. I'm over here to give you, a little confidence with your dragonfly perspective. You put it together. Now it's time for them to come clean about fake space and outer worlds on the other side of the ice wall. I think it does come down to that, Spirit Man 33, because they make us feel, depressed, like you're saying, poverty and all this, make us feel like we don't got land, like it's overpopulation when it's so much more land. Then Spirit Man said, but then again, this was 10 years ago, they running it and controlling it. I guess he know who controlling it. And how far, if this was 10 years ago, how far is it popping off today? And shout out again to, shout out to Jill's best recommendations on TikTok as well. Got a lot of drop on TikTok, man. That's dope. We ain't on TikTok personally, but I know the drop is on TikTok. I know that, the information and vibration is spreading on the TikTok. So that's enough for me. That's enough for, for us. As long as that wave is spreading, no matter what the platform is, it's all happening, man. So Halal HaWah. One more time.
Shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake-generating device.
Right. So they keep saying, watch out for the big one. Watch out for the big one. Remember, order through chaos for these people. They want to create the problem. They want to offer you a solution, right? This is how they're playing in their alchemical ways. They are doing something to slay the dragon. Slay the dragon. Slaying the alchemical dragon. They have to bring opposites together, right? So in a land of peace, they have to create war. The war itself, alchemically, is slaying the dragon. It's creating CONIUNCIO. And again, you have a word with the con involved. You know what I mean? I don't know if this has a meaning, CONIUNCIO, without the con, because I have an idea what the con could mean, but meaning CONIUNCIO. I don't know if that's a separate word. Junction, like conjunction. Joining, connecting. So they're connecting something with the con. And what they are connecting is your opposite, because they have to bring that together. When they make their towel, their Christian cross, their cross has to do with bringing the opposite to you, the dragon, in order to slay you, whether it's people, right? If it's a more and more war that they create people and send these people who are opposites on us and hide behind these people as straw men, turn them into the politicians and landlords, but not the kings, not the queens, right? Not the monarchs, not the royals, but landlords, company owners, corporation owners, presidents and vice presidents of corporations, not a kingdom, because a kingdom doesn't have a president. A kingdom has a king. Coming together of opposites. If you are happy, they got to bring sadness. If you're at peace, they got to bring war. If you're in order, they got to bring chaos. Checkerboard, white and black, right? Opposites. It's all about the alchemical serpent slaying the dragon. Because the alchemical serpent kills everything. And it says when the act of, there's that word again, boss, CONIUNCIO, the joining, the connecting of something with the con, the opposites, right? The bringing together of opposites. So if you are humble people, they got to make us egotistic, materialistic, compare our likes, our followers, compare our money, our bank account, whatever. We got to be at war, right? They got to create red versus blue, right? Bloods versus Crip, Republican, Democrat. They got to create dualities. Thoth is Mr. Duality, right? Got it. Tahuti, the eye of Ra, and this dude works for Raytheon or Raytheon, right? Ray is the Ra. Now in Hebrew, the Ra is the Resh, and the Resh just means the head, right? The Resh is the head of a man. First, head, first, top, beginning. So they hijacked the Resh the same way they hijacked the Yad. Again, I love the Yah, but when they hijack it as an explanation of defiance and turn it into the name of their power because it has something to do with worship, I don't rock with that. It's not the name of our power. They're remixing the Yad into their own Yah. It has nothing to do with our Yah. I rock with the YA. I don't rock with their explanation of defiance. I don't rock with their Tao. I rock with my Tao. I don't rock with their sign, signal, their mark. I rock with my mark, my makir. I don't rock with their head, their beginning, their top dog-headed cynocephalus, alchemical serpent. I don't rock with their Ra. I rock with my Resh. They bring us opposites, just like their union when they make the symbolism of male, female, androgyny, Baphomet, all that stuff. Androgynous God. Baphomet is the Muhammad. Kills everything. We have a framer and our shaper They turn that into some physical depiction of half man, half woman, half this. Our creator said no images, don't make no images representing me, saying this is me, but they make their Baphomet to represent their power, right? And that's rule number one, most high over everything. So we can't represent this death, we got to represent life. Our frame and our shape was represented in everything. All of so-called nature. We are the natural ones. We're natural by law. Love to the bro, love to the op. What did it say? The monstrous serpent is an impediment, a danger. Ain't that what we dealing with? A danger is your adversary, is your Satan, is your devil, is an adversary, an impediment, a danger. When a person hides in false shelter or a prison, violence and fire is needed to escape. Whoa. So they bring us these prisons, false shelters. They bring us violence and they bring us fire. Ain't it fires everywhere? Ain't everywhere on fire? We got dragon fire. They got, their own premeditated fire, right? It's needed to escape the danger of the diabolical serpent. Wow. The individual may fight or may simply endure the fire till it burns itself out. What did Edris, shout out to Dizzle Fitty, what did Edris ask? How much longer shall we endure? Can we be like Michelle and the Bendigo? Can we endure this fire and our garments never be scathed, never be burnt? How much longer shall we endure? HaWah says, I'm going to break your bonds. Psalms 89. I'm going to break your bonds, not JC, me. Look at all this symbolism, right? In the sign, the Tau. But the serpent ain't no dragon. The dragon is mysterious. Has to do with living spirit. They want to slay the dragon by the coming together of opposites. These are your ops. The opposite is adversary, and adversary is Satan, right? Say it with me, boss. Etymologies. Hey, for the dismount, right here. Oh, right here. For the dismount. Hold up, man. I'm talking adversary. Lest I forget, we on the warpath, boss. I can't talk adversaries without talking warpath. Yeah. Is the dragon the serpent? No. Is it the snake? No. In the Garden of Eden, the serpent in the garden was doing something before it was cursed to be crawling on its belly. Think about it. So it couldn't have been a snake from the beginning. That dragon was cursed to not be able to fly no more, right? Now it's grounded, can't fly. We got a dragonfly perspective for a reason. The code gives us our wings back, man, so that we can see clearly. So who's the op? Who's the adversary? Who's the opposition? adversary is opposition. Anybody disagree? So they sell us in Christianity or Islam or whatever on this Satan, and the Satan is really whoever's invading you, whoever's bringing opposition or opposites to slay the dragon. We're the vessel in which that ruach is contained. They bring CONIUNCIO to contain the con. They bring CONIUNCIO to contain the con, to contain the dragon. And it gets deep with the sulfur drop. It gets deep. It's deeper than rad, my nigga. We talking muons. We talking neutrons and neutrinos. Talking taus and tau particles. And we're talking Antarctica bubbles.
As well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now and what Raytheon's hiding.
Raytheon.
There's an ELF system at the South Pole Station, and when I arrived, I was told it was off, dismantled, and completely defunct. In my work, I will rapidly just tell you, I had to figure out the circuitry for certain other repairs, and I found that this system is in fact completely energized, up and running, and being utilized. That was when we had the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. There was 2 incidental shots before they were able to target it correctly. This is an earthquake generating device
at the what?
As well. This is the weapons of war that we have to deal with now and what Raytheon's hiding.
Wow. And how does this connect all these towers we see popping up everywhere? I mean, they don't want us talking about this stuff in social media. Well, look out. Make sure you're checking in at 432thedrop.com. We're going to be doing a lot more updates and posts, man. I've just been getting the home front, together and, in order. Everyone get their house in order. Take as long as you need to do that, because when we popping off, and we got to be foundational. Your foundation must be together, man, because the foundation is your why, is your security. There ain't no such thing as a foundation, a real foundation that isn't secure, hooked in. You got to hook that tent in, that tent peg that hooks that tent, right? The tent is the floor plan, the family, the house. This security is for your house. This tent is this tent. This floor plan must be secure. Wow, so why change it to the Vav? Is that helping us secure the frequency? When you change it, W's the V's and Y's, V's and Yas. When we talking Wa as ancient Picto-Paleo. We need security. This story gives us a direction to go in. You choose your mark, you choose your sign, you choose your signal. Everyone chooses that every day. Every thought is 2 cross sticks coming together. So guard your thoughts. Guard your towels. The why is the foundation. Ain't no breath without security, Banaga. Ain't no revelation without a foundation. And ain't no foundation without a revelation. So we see clearly together, and whatever they're doing You know, it has to do with lands beyond the poles. You know what I mean? Worlds beyond the poles, man. It definitely has to do with HaWah's Dracons, frequency, energy that they're trying to track in real time. Managa Ahab to the Khan dynasty. Don't let them bring you these opposites. Guard your thoughts when you feel an opposite thought. All that energy that's the opposite of us, that is a methodical slang of your alchemical Dracan, your energy. Don't let them get to your life force. Guard your life force. Guard your spirit. Guard your blood, right? Whatever they want to put inside your body, guard that. We talking renewal, we talk dragon. We talking renewal when we talk dragon, my naga. We're talking renewal. And when they talk neutrino, they're talking tiles. And when they talk tile, we talk tile. They're talking about life and renewal or resurrection. Now, who they going to put on this cross, right? Who they going to put on this resurrection? They're trying to make you observe that hijack to collapse the wave pattern on one possibility. You serving their Zeus, death. They brought you the opposite and put it on the symbol of life. Ezekiel got 2 cross sticks to represent the life of the tribe. But the life is in the vessel. The life, the living spirit is in the vessel. It's contained. Symbolizes renewal. And the symbol, we could do this so many ways, man. The symbol is the signal, is the sign, is the towel. And the towel represents life. And the towel is the dragon, is the symbol, is the sign, is the towel. Told y'all, man, we just popping off. A-hop to the cons. Stay up, suit up, choose up. Make sure you click the links below. Make sure you support Joy World. All praise HaWah for you. And all the cons, man. Support the Ether Squad at 432 to drop as we continue into our 5th wave, man. And to all the cons contributing on the PayPal, the CashApp. And yeah, definitely pre-order this week. If you pre-order the Prester Pak 3 on the CashApp only, it's only for $25 plus $5 shipping. So $30 total after this Shabat. It goes up to $45 plus $5 shipping. And it's covering the Prester John investigation, parts 83 through 123. That's 40 more full-length Prester John videos, links, books, maps on a flash drive. Prester Pak 3. Hit our Cash App. All the information is below. And the water to the cons for your contribution and your support. All praise HaWah for my cons. And, you know, this is the water. This is the ether, man. So we're going to keep that water flowing. That renewal flowing, and keep our fire burning, man. That ruach is on glow, because we on Kun Kun. Halal HaWah, we in that con flow.